Hi guys, it's me Ty and I'm back with a short unboxing. As you can see and as last seen in my February haul video, we have SH Figuarts Honoka Kosaka from the anime Love Live. As you can see, this is my first Figuarts figure. I wasn't sure what quite to expect. I know they're similar to Figma and I was expecting them to be so much bigger, but actually it's pretty tiny. It reminds me of like the old style 80s action figures. Like if you ever seen like those G.I. Joes, it's tiny like that. Anyway, so as you can see, here's the front of the box. And for those who have seen the anime, and for those who haven't, spoiler alert, but Honoka is wearing the pink dress outfit that in the anime her Kotori and Umi performed for the first time, the song Start Dash. And as you can see, this is Honoka, so hers is pink, and she has these white stockings on the front. Let's get into it. So as you can see, here's the front of the box, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but there's a gold sticker here. I'm trying to catch it in the light, and this is the first edition of the figure, and so it comes with a bonus faceplate. But anyway, like I said, here's the front of the box. Shows Honoka in her dress. And here's just a figure of what the version of it looks like and her name. Here's a picture of her from the side in a cuter pose. Here's another pose, which I actually really like this one. It's like them running. Here's the top of the box. Just a quick silhouette. Nothing's on the bottom. And on the back, we have more poses. As you can see, she comes with an extra faceplate of like her eyes are closed or something like that, besides her happy expression. And considering that this is a first edition bonus, she comes with an extra faceplate, which is like her about to cry face. And again, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the anime, that's from when they go to perform the song and they realize no one has shown up to the concert. She makes that face where she feels like crying but she doesn't, and they just go ahead and perform. So I'll show that to you once I open it up. Let's get started. First difference right off the back, I went to go open it from the top like I'm used to doing with the Nendoroids, and I see that it in fact opens from the side. Okay, skip that. Sorry for shaking everything. Like I said, it's very small. Okay. Let's see what else comes in here. Oh, this is just a plain pink background. Sorry, guys. And here's some instructions and shows the extra hands she comes with. Wow, she comes with a lot in her base. Nothing's on the back. Alright, here's Honoka. As you can see already, she comes with a ton of extra hands, which I kind of like, but I can see myself possibly losing those. And you can see the extra face plates up here, and as I said, she's very small, very tiny. Okay. First to open up is her base, which is just a plain brown color. Let's see. Okay. Here's the plain brown base. You see a hole at the top that I guess she connects in. I'm not sure about these dents right here. I guess that's if she came with extra pieces. And you can just see some quick company writing on the back. And the rest of it is pretty plain. Again, like I said, here's Honoka. And wow, here's the bar for the base. And it's straight, and well, I have to figure out how to use this. I'm so used to those curved C-shaped bars used on Nendoroids. Not quite sure how it would pose this figure, but you can see it comes with two different size bottom peg pieces. Like this one is a fatter peg, and then you have a really skinny one up here. It comes with an extra gripper arm. I guess this will go around the figure's waist. Sorry for shaking it. Camera. Here is all the extra hands. You can see these two have pointed index fingers. These are her, I'm going to call them jazz hands because they're splayed out. We have a set of fists and more jazz hands, but these are straighter than, I guess, these. Yeah. And these are with her fingers together. It's cool that they're on this little connecting bridge thing. I guess it all keeps it together. So it's really cool. I guess they come apart. Oh yeah, they do. They're like stackables. Oh, sorry. As for the faces, which is really tiny, this is the extra about to cry face. As you can see, she has like red on the cheeks. Not sure if that'll focus for you guys. But the cheeks are red and she looks like she's about to cry. Here is she's really sad. Eyes closed pose face. Not quite sure what pose I could use this with the eyes closed this way. But yeah, she looks kind of peaceful. Here's like a happy shouting. Was like a singing face because her mouth's like wide open and her eyes are bright. So it's really cool, really cute. Can you see that? Out of all the faces, I like the one she has on already now. But anyway, here's Honoka. Like I said, very tiny. Very tiny. Can you guys see her? And here's the dress. I love the detail. How it's like the layered skirts. They really kept that. And her socks. And the pink shoes. The boots. And the hands that she's wearing. So all in all, she comes with 6 pairs of hands, including these, and 4 face plates, including the one she has on. Okay, and here's Honoka back again without all the plastic around her head. As I said, you can see that the ponytail is articulated. Her neck joint moves. It's very loose, not loose, but it moves very well. You can see at her shoulders, they stick out. They kind of come up, but they don't really go in and out. And you can see the elbow joint that moves, and her wrist moves as well. And they're all kind of like ball joints, but not quite. So their movement is a bit limited. There seems to be a joint right up here under the breastbone, but it doesn't move that smoothly. Let's see. Her hips are jointed. I can feel it under the costume. I don't know if you guys can see here. Can't really take it off. I'm scared to take it off. So, her legs will twist here at this line. Sorry, I'm not in the light. But those don't move from right there. However, her knee joints do go back and forth. And her booted feet, you can see those move a bit as well. So overall, I mean, she moves pretty decently. But like I said, she's just very tiny. Much smaller than I thought she would be. Okay, as I was saying, here's Honoka from the back. And as you can see, here is the joint under the breastbone that I mentioned. And you can see the bow in the back. And as we can see, unlike with Nendoroids, there is no hole in her back. So yeah, you definitely would have to use the grabber piece from the base to wrap around her waist. The only problem is for me is that this seems not to be as tight as I would like. But yeah. And also, as I said, her waist does twist a bit. And not to show you her butt, but her hip joints do move. Sorry. Yeah. So like I said, she's very small, very skinny, very thin, tiny. And just to show you here how much so, as Figuarts Honoka next to the Nico Nendoroid and next to my Rika Kupoche. So as you can see, even though these are chibi figures, they're not much smaller than her. And in fact, they're wider. So she's very tiny, as I said. So let's get into some poses. She's a lot like Nendoroids, and as again, I apologize for continuously to compare them to Nendoroids, but since Nendoroids are the only figures I own, those are the only figures I know. But like a Nendoroid, you pull the front of the bang forward, and you pull the faceplate up like that, and you can see they're connected by pegs. You can see those into the back of the head, and you can see the holes, the spaces there. And you just change it like that. And the hands, similarly, you just pull them off and they are attached by little pegs as well. Can you see those? Very tiny, as I mentioned. Alright, so let's pose her. And like I said, those are the only two things that you can really change with this figure. I will say though, guys, pros about this figure is, yeah, she's flexible. She moves pretty smooth. Some cons though is, one, I really just hate the base. Like, not hate the base, but I mean the arm to the base. I really wish it was a little bit more flexible, and I wish this was more controllable around her waist, because sometimes, depending on the pose, she doesn't sit quite as well. But that's usually it. Also, I will say, because she's such a small and thin figure, be careful of the joints, because I did pop one of them out kind of easily, just moving her arm around. I mean, I was able to put it back in, but still, that's something to be careful about, because the joints are very thin. But that's about it. Even while looking like she's about to cry, so much of Honoka's personality comes through with just these basic little expressions that are shown. As you can see, she has a sad look on her face, but still looks bound and determined to not cry and to go on with the show. And that's one thing I love about this character, and something I'm glad that they captured well with this figure. I have to say, overall, I really enjoyed this figure. Though she doesn't come with many items and accessories and extra arms and legs as Nendoroids do, just with her subtle faceplate changes and her hands, she makes really expressive poses. So I really do like that. Just simple little changes makes all the little difference with this figure. And she's really cute and definitely a great addition to my shelf. Now, while I won't go through every pose as I normally do in other figure unboxings, I will just show a few just to end the rest of this video. But overall, do I recommend this figure? Yes, I do. I don't regret her. She's, like I said, she's very cute. And her poses, though nothing spectacular, are still, you know, I have to get used to them. Though they aren't, like I said, they're nothing spectacular, but they're still cute. And I do enjoy the look of this figure, and I think she's pretty fun, even though she's very small. And so, here we are.